Oh, hello again from Hong Kong. Alan here. It's second coat of varnishes on the pilot house forward, and starting to get some pretty good reflections off of the second coat. It's been on for, I don't know, an hour or so. Actually, no longer than that, probably about 3 hours. Even here on the railings, the second coat, I've done this bumper guard because what my plan is, because I had the delay on Monday that I had to wait for that Silkaflex 295 UV. So everything is done on the port side. Last night, Alan was an idiot, and I forgot to go in where these corners are. Because you got your straight pieces, and then you have these handcrafted corners. Then they have the joints. I did not do that before I left the boat yesterday. So I did that this morning. So again, these got a cure. So I was not able to go get a thinned varnish coat, 15% thin on this. I could have done the other side, but I thought I'd do them both together at the same time. But second coat is, because I did the wet sand, 180 grit wet sand, on the railings and on the pilot house forward. So that's nice and shiny. I want 2 more coats. And I got the first, this is a 15% thinned varnish. It's dry to the touch right now. On the bumper rail here. But I've got Silkaflexes down here. I've got Silkaflex down there. This one I've gone over and sanded this morning. So this side is ready to go. Everything is Silkaflexed. All the cracks, everything has all been taken care of. Windows slide, they work. Once it's varnished, I've got 3 good coats on it. Well, we're not going to worry about that right now. Hold that, reverse it, like they said in Willy Wonka, the chocolate factory there, the first one. But I need to get this rub rail and this all done, because what I'm going to do is once I have 2 more coats on this, then I can go and mask off on this wood. I can rough up the edges, get off any excess varnish that was still on here, get that off, and I have the masking tape, so I've got a nice straight edge for the polyester urethane primer to go down, and because that's a 2-part mix, and then that has to dry overnight, and then the next day I use a Scotch-Brite. It's like the ring, except they're the red. I'll show you in a minute here. But I go over that, so the primer's good and it's stuck there, and then I'll kind of scuff it up so it's got something else to bite into for the top coat. And it'll be nice and glossy and shiny, and this will all be shiny as well. So because my first focus was to get solar panels up here so I can hook up the inverter, new battery bank, run all my tools off of the inverter. And that, because again, this is my off-grid historical teak junk, Chinese junk. So that's going very well, and it looks just the color of honey. You gotta love it. But now what I use for the between polyester urethanes is it doesn't say on it, but it's like a Scotch-Brite, except it's just a little bit more aggressive than what a Scotch-Brite is. I think 3M makes this, and they've got but they're wonderful. And then that's what I'm going to use to scuff in between that. And now on the windows, one thing that I found that works in that, because now I've removed all that silicone caulking, and because it's stuck to the window glass, but once the wood got wet, it separates and then water kept going through, so you've got a lot of oxidation and everything on the inside. So what I'm going to need to do is on the inside, to get all the windows working, what I use is a spray teak oil on the inside. So then that way I don't have to, I can use a silicone spray in the actual track that the glass slides in, but when it comes to the wood to beat out the water, because even you've got these little holes that are like right here, if you can see that. So when water does come down into here, water's still going to go through there. So there's still water on the inside that's going to hit there, but it'll come out. But the thing is you can't get varnish in there, and how do you seal that? So normally, I found just through experience being here in Hong Kong and being on these old Chinese junks, is I found just spraying in a teak oil. It goes in there, the water will bead right off of the teak because, the boat's made out of teak. So what I use is just a standard teak oil. It replaces the natural sheen lost through aging for external and internal use. But when you open up the window, so if the window is open, as you can see, I still have to get in here and clean a little bit more. But after it's varnished, once I have the varnish on the outside, then I go in and I just spray the teak oil. And then the teak oil, once it runs out through those little holes, where it's the drainage, because once the water hits the glass, it goes down and it goes out. But you can't get anything in there, and if you do, it's going to affect how the windows. Really got to get a razor blade on there, clean that off. But it's hard to get. So what do you do to keep the water to bead off of that teak so it doesn't soak in? Because you don't want that wood to get wet. But this teak oil does the job, and it's just like every month I check my batteries. And I check the fluid, if they're lead acid, put in more distilled water, etc. So in my routine, what I'll do on these wood boats, use this teak oil, just go in, spray around until the teak oil comes out, and I wash it off. And then once the water hits that, and this is soaked into that teak, it's natural. The wood is doing its job. Teak is supposed to retard, this water. But it needs this oil. You have to have that oil in it, and then it just runs away, and nothing will ever kind of come soaking through the bottom here. But that's what we're doing now. See, here's my inverter. It's just crying out. This is 4,000 watt. This is what I'm going to put in this junk. I've made another video that's here on my channel. That's about these inverters. It's an inverter charger, so it works good with the lead acid bank, but it's 4,000 watts, and it's more than enough power than what I need, and but that's it. And my little charger is going, genset's running in the back. You can't even hear it. Gotta love these little Hondas, the little EU 2000i's, but again, mine are running off LPG, but that's what's driving this. So not even at 90%. But anyway, that's what's going on. So I'm starting to ramble on, but we are getting a lot closer, guys, a lot closer. So by Saturday, it's Wednesday now, so Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So 3 days from right now, there are going to be solar panels there. 4 300-watt panels, giving me 1,200 watts. Which nearly 40 amps. 40 amps to continue to start now doing the outside. God, I'm dreading the top there, all those spindles, because I've got to do these spindles, and these are larger. But those are so bad. But the thing is, it's a labor of love. Labor of love. I wanted to do this since I was a kid. So, something neglected like this. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be a nice boat when I'm done. So that's what's going on, guys. I will keep you posted, and I'll add a few more videos to this one and post it in a couple days. Be good, be safe, be well. Bye-bye. All right, hello again from Hong Kong. Well, the forward pilot house, forward there, it's got 3 coats of varnish on it. Needs 2 more. I can't see it too well. The sides are varnished. So that's all been done. Windows seem to be good. See it over that way. But that's done. So what I plan on doing is, today's Thursday, So tomorrow morning, Friday morning, I'm going to give this one more coat. The bumper rail, this, I mean everything's going to get another coat. So then by Saturday morning, or either Friday night, hopefully depending on how the sun cooks it, if I could get, I'll use that blue masking tape that 3M makes, doesn't stick. Should be able to, because I'm going to mask right off, and I'm going to do the polyester urethane. So if not by Saturday afternoon or Sunday morning, I'm going to be putting solar panels up out here. But this is getting a really nice shine to it. And this is looking pretty good. The one thing you can still kind of see, I don't know if you can make it out, part of the original registration numbers wasn't able to grind it all the way down. So I think numbers are going to be going back there. But it's got a nice shine to it, even though this is just the first coat. And over here, you can kind of better see it with the light reflection. So, but I mean, it's looking really good. So, but there's a lot of Silcaflex around those windows, but you know, they turned out pretty decent. Again, I'm a DIY guy. I am by no means, I've never said that I am a professional shipwright or a shipbuilder. But you just got to work, because we're just going to have some fun, so that you can see that line from where that kicked in, from when that engine dropped. But a couple more coats of varnish on the sides here, polyester. Sunday, we're going to be putting on, but Sunday by the latest, there's going to be solar panels up here. And it has come a long way in 3 weeks just to get the solar panels on the front, over on the top of the V-berth here. Once I have power, then it's got to start up on the top. So, got good sun, weather's looking good. So, hopefully I win the Mark 6 tonight. I don't know, it's like 19, 20 million or something. Then that way I can hire somebody to help me. No, I wouldn't do that. I'm having too much fun. Alright guys, it's the Bigfoot pedicure is coming along very, very nicely. So I like to see reflections now. But a couple more sands now with 220, and it will start to fill in nice and be all solid again. More than rain tight. Alright, be good, be safe, be well. Bye-bye.